Hey guys, welcome back to Amos Farm. I'm Diana. Okay guys, I know you all have heard of the famous elderberry bushes. Well, this past spring, my family and I went on search for some bushes around here so we could take some green clippings to have or potentially have some of our own bushes here on our farm. Unfortunately, this isn't our permanent farm and homestead, so when these go in the ground, they can't come with us. But the good news is we had such great success growing these elderberry bushes from green clippings that we're hopeful that when we do get ready to move, that we can take green clippings from these and take them with us to our next farm and homestead. It's still quite hot here in Florida, very hot actually, so I'm confident that we can still have good luck with planting these now. We do have, as you can see behind me, quite sandy soil, and I was originally going to be planting these out back where it stays a little bit wetter and the soil is a little bit better, but I am confident with them being up here by my garden, which is right over there, that I'll be able to care for these and keep them watered when we do have a drought, and also maybe possible fertilize them or help them if they have any issues. And I'll also be able to come right out my back door when we do get elderberries and harvest them and bring them straight into the house. So I'm gonna get busy. We have 5 here. What we did is we found some elderberries on a dirt road here near us, and we took some just green clippings, you know, about this size, and you know, we want the fresh green clippings off, and we took those. And what I've seen is that perhaps maybe you should clip all the green off and just use the stem, but we did not do that. We just stuck the whole stem down in water, so a lot of the green died off and we were just left with the stem. But a few weeks later we were noticing fresh new green growth, and we were starting to get real little roots at the bottom, and that's when I went ahead and stuck them into pots. And now we have some that are nearly chest high on me. We have 5 here that we have successfully grown, and they are at the point now that they are sending roots out the bottom of the pots. So it is time to get our elderberry bushes in the ground, and hopefully, I've heard that the first year you don't get as many elderberries, but maybe we'll get some. But into the second and third year we should definitely have some good elderberries from our farm to harvest that we can use to help our family through cold and flu season. And it's also good for many other health reasons that you can research online. And I would definitely recommend, before you go clipping just any bush, make sure you've done your homework to make sure you are definitely getting elderberry bushes. I watched a tip from Andrea over at VW Family Farm on looking at the leaves. You'll be able to see that they have shoots going to the side, but at the very end they'll have one leaf at the very tip, and they will have jagged edges on their leaves, and you definitely won't be able to miss their white flowers that they have before they set their fruit. Well, I'm going to get busy putting these into the ground. Since we do have such sandy soil, I'm going to be adding in some compost and good soil around them, and the key is to keep them heavily watered, and thankfully I have access to water right here because of the garden. I'll bring you guys back in a few weeks when I do my fall garden update and let you know how these elderberries are doing. Like I said, I have 5. I'm planning on planting 3 here along this side, and probably 2 more on the front side of my garden. Let's get busy. Before I get busy planting these in the ground, I'm going to add in some photos of what they look like when we first got them started, trying to get them to grow roots from the green clippings that we had cut. And I definitely highly recommend you going out and foraging for some elderberry bushes and looking into all their health benefits for your whole family. I look forward to trying some elderberry syrup for the first time. We may purchase some from a local farm this year to try before we get our own. But this is definitely a great health benefit to add to your farm or homestead. And yeah, let's get busy planting these into the ground and hopefully we have great luck. And as an extra precautionary measure, we are going to go ahead and take these pieces of fence and stick them over top for right now until we get our fence. Our garden fence is going to be moving back some, but until then, to keep our dogs from terrorizing our beautiful elderberries that we are working on growing, hopefully these pieces of fence will do their job of keeping the dogs from knocking them over or breaking them. And let's get busy on to number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, I've got 3 in the ground. I think I'm going to take a lunch break. It's getting quite warm. But as you can see, several of these are almost chest high. We're going to plant 2 others in a different location this afternoon. And I'll bring you back, like I said, in a couple weeks when I do my next garden update, my next fall garden update, and I will let you know how these guys are doing. From what I've read online, just making sure they get plenty of water. I definitely encourage you to go out and look for some elderberries, whether you just take some berries when they're ripe to try some elderberry syrup and other different things you can do with elderberries, elderberry jam and jellies. But this is going to conclude this video. I really hope these work out, and I look forward to harvesting some elderberries off of our farm and homestead. You guys take care and have a great rest of your week.